to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. It's Beterbiev and Yarde Fight Week. I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Tunde Ajayi. First of all, how are you, my friend? How are you, my friend?
Feeling good. Always. How you doing, sir? Nice to see you.
Life good?
It's all right. Not as good as you. Rolex. I see what's going on.
You don't really see what's going on. You just see what you see at the moment. We're here again. Are we here again?
Not bad, innit? Not bad. I'm happy. I'm happy, Coog. I'll be honest with you. A lot of experience has happened since the last time, something we didn't have the first time. I think one thing I've learned is it's not a trainer's job to do with the talking.
What? What? Do you want to rephrase that? Or, yeah?
I said it, like, you know, it's about focus, and I feel that, you know, again, sometimes the first time around, there's a lot of cocksureness, a lot of, I mean, I wouldn't call it overconfidence, but Anthony's the fighter. Anthony's the fighter. And if he is not vocal as such, then I shouldn't be. And I think that is one of the significant things. It's allowed me to do my job even better this time around.
I know over the years you've had everyone on your back it's about what you're saying now. It's about the fighter. It's not about the trainer, which is not strictly true because the trainer is a part of the fighter and vice versa. But your attitude has been one thing we've seen from you, and regardless of people's opinion about you, we know that you've been there for Anthony and had his best interests at heart from day one. I don't think anyone on this planet can dispute that. The way you've kind of spoken in interviews about certain things, that's subjective, everyone can have their own opinion, but I think one thing people can't question is the fact that Anthony Yarde has you with him for a reason, and you're with Anthony for a reason.
Yeah, I would say the same. My sole purpose has always been to protect, look after, deal with the well-being of Anthony Yarde. I've got his best interests of heart. I'm a giver. Givers, as I always said, givers gain. And I just feel that putting someone before yourself is what we're supposed to do. Because in putting someone before yourself, you actually grow from that. And I've done it from the start, just that I was vocal about it. And you know my background, you know where I come from. But again, sometimes you know something, but you don't follow the law. The law has always been, for me, and people know me from where I come from, whatever you resist persists. And me fighting back just made people fight back even more. So I'm like, you know what? It's time to learn your lesson, Ton. Just calm, do what you're good at. You know, I'm good at talking as well, but do what you're good at. And that's what I've done for some months now. I would even say coming up close to a year and a half. I've just been silent and getting on, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it because nobody bothers me, and I can just put that energy into Anthony.
Let's track back to when Anthony fought Sergei Kovalev. You guys travelled to literally the Lion's Den to face Kovalev. And, you know, so we ain't got to talk about the fight. We know what happened. We know Anthony had his big moment in the fight. It wasn't to be his night, but afterwards, the questions that came towards you and Anthony was that experience factor. How much of that, learning from that specific fight against Kovalev, puts him in better preparation to fighting what is known as a beast in Beterbiev?
Well, Anthony's a beast as well, so let's
I'll agree with that as well. But yeah, I was talking about Beterbiev, and we know.
To answer your question, just look at us. The experience has taught us we can't do it all on ourselves. We can't all do it by ourselves. Hence, the introduction of James Cook, MBE, a very experienced man, someone who's really a father figure to us all, something we never had before. And so not only have we learned from the Russia experience, we now have the mindset, the brains, the knowledge, the know-how of James Cook. Certain things that he's told us, like T, you don't have to take the advice, but I tell you, ease off. James Cook, man, I tell you, man, that guy, he's been a blessing to all of us, because when he talks, we all listen. I won't reveal it, but the championship run, James Cook, yeah, he's done it. It's a lot to us. So yeah, it's an experience factor, and the fact that we've grown all together. There hasn't been a fraction of the team, because that's usually what happens. Historically, someone loses, people get the chop, people get the blame, I get the abuse, but we've managed to hold it together. And as Arsene Wenger said, don't change your plan, evolve your plan. And I feel that's what we've done.
Mentally, for Anthony, how important was the second Lyndon Arthur fight? Because, listen, we all know Anthony Yarde went through literally an unbearable couple-of-year period. And listen, he's spoken about that. We don't need to speak about it now, but we all know what he went through in and around that time, which is really unbearable and unthinkable. But to get the rematch with Lyndon Arthur and, in his opinion, put that right, how much mentally has that helped him?
Yeah, I don't think Anthony's always been mentally strong, but you're right, he had to overcome loss, tragedy, and he knew that wasn't in himself the first fight. And you will see what happened in a rematch. You saw a glimpse of the Anthony that I know, an absolute electrifying monster. And that was satisfying for us as a team. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know, maybe it's something, but I know myself and we don't really hang around and celebrate all of that. It's always like we're not where we want to be. All these stuff along the way is good. But if we are going to be what we say we're going to be, then these are the guys, we should be dealing with these guys. And I feel now we're here.
There is a common opinion amongst fans that if this is going to be a night for Anthony Yarde, then it's going to be done within the first 6 rounds. Can you comment on what I've just said there?
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I'm experienced now, Coog. Listen, whether I say the right thing, whether I say the wrong thing, someone's going to have something to say about it. So I just feel that I've learned to just keep my energy. We see after the fight, 94% of the boxing news said we were going to lose the Arthur rematch. 94%. And you saw what happened. So everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I respect their opinion if it makes us work harder.
Okay, well listen, I appreciate your time. I feel like this is someone's kidnapped Tunde and brought, I don't know, a 1.0 or a 2.0. I don't know if this is a new Tunde, I don't know, but are we all learning every day?
Absolutely, and I'll be honest with you, Anthony Yarde is my greatest teacher. I've learned so much from that young man. His wisdom belies his age. And I think the hardest thing for individuals is to listen to someone else. It's the hardest thing because we all think we know it. And there's been tremendous growth in our squad. And Saturday night, dream it, believe it, become it.
Final one, Tunde. If anyone is writing Anthony Yarde off this week, in which we know is a hard fight, and you know this is a hard fight. But if anyone is, what would be the message to anyone thinking about writing Mr. Yarde off this week?
Tune in to BT Sports live. You're lucky. It should have been pay-per-view. I don't know what Frank and Bob was thinking, because people will pay to see this fight. So I read a comment. Sorry, I read a comment. A man said, bloody hell, it should have just made it pay-per-view. Now I got to subscribe to BT for the month. So, listen, whether you're for, against, to, fro, back, forth, left, right, up, down, positive, negative, tune in on Saturday night, BT Sports. It's going to be a fight.
Everybody get behind Anthony Yarde, going for the unified world titles this week, live on BT Sport at the OVO Arena here in Wembley. If you've got a ticket, you're lucky, come down. But yeah, the whole of the UK should definitely get behind Anthony Yarde this week. Someone who deserves this is Anthony Yarde.
Absolutely. What a young man. I can't say too much. So I can't say enough about Anthony. He's just a beautiful human being, Coop. He's a beautiful human being. I said to his mum, I've never seen anybody like this. Whatever you've done in rearing that young man, never heard him speak bad about anybody. Anyone, Coop. Me, Tunde Ajayi, has never heard him speak bad about anyone. And so he deserves it. He deserves every accolade and moment he deserves. He deserves it.
Tunde, thank you very much for talking to iField TV. We genuinely wish you and Anthony the best of luck this Saturday. Again, live on BT Sport. If you're not here at the arena, this is going to be an absolute fucking war. Mind my language. Tunde, best of luck, brother.
Thank you very much, KUGAN. I appreciate it. See you Saturday night.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.